Hey my beautiful Capricorn peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot. I'm coming at you guys with your mid-February 2022 tarot reading. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome. And if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, you're more than welcome to. That's going to be linked down in the description below. So Capricorn, let's get on into it and see what's going on. Starting out with the current energies for Cappy. What current energies do we got coming in here for Capricorn? Give me one sec, y'all. I messed up my cards a bit. What current energies do we got coming in here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-February 2022. Let's have a look. We got here the Eight of Cups, we got here the Seven of Wands, and lastly, we have here the Chariot. So, Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Chariot. You could be connecting with a Cancer. You also might be dealing with a fire sign or a Pisces, Scorpio. Now, the Eight of Cups to the Seven of Wands. It feels to me like you had to walk away from something that you did not necessarily want to jumping into mid-February. It was kind of like a call that you needed to make, but it was a call that you weren't happy to do. So you made a judgment call here. Walking away from something is what needed to be done, but it wasn't easy, nor was it something I necessarily wanted to do in the first place, but at the end of the day, I had to shift over to a different path. Maybe this is about walking away from a friendship. No matter how much you might have cared for the person, maybe the friendship was too toxic for you to handle. Maybe this is about a relationship as well. You know, I love this person. We were in love at one point in our lives, but even though I have so much love towards somebody I care about, if the relationship's too toxic for me, I had to make that difficult call and decide to break up with the person or walk away from the person, because no matter what, and no matter how much I felt for them, it was more important for me and for the respect that I deserve to have that, instead of, you know, be involved in a situation that was toxic. So it's kind of like this situation is giving me vibes of, I deserve respect, I deserve love, and I deserve peace and tranquility. And at the end of the day, if I was involved in something that was toxic and really wasn't serving me in that area, no matter how much I cared about the person or the situation, I knew I deserved better, so I needed to walk away in order to get better, all right? It's kind of the energy that I'm seeing. Let's take a look at what you were dealing with, okay? Well, what is Capricorn going to be dealing with over here? Jumping into mid-February, please. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout mid-February 2022, what are my Capricorns dealing with? And what do we got? We got here the Ace of Swords. Yep, we got here the King of Swords. We also got here the Death. And then we got here the Three of Swords, for sure. I totally get where you guys are coming from too, because even I found myself in situations like this in my life. First things first, Ace of Swords here to the King of Swords. Based upon the energies you're dealing with, you had to look at the truth of the situation in the most raw and honest way possible. And what you found is that I'm involved either in a connection or an environment that is really not good for me. It doesn't matter how much I care about the environment, it doesn't matter how much I care about the person. If this is not what I deserve to have better in my life. So let's say, for example, we're talking about a relationship and you were with somebody you really love and care about. Maybe they treated you like shit. Maybe they didn't treat you in the manner that you deserved. And you really got tired of that treatment. You really got tired of getting less than what it is you deserved. And you've come to that conclusion of, no matter how much it hurts to walk away from somebody that I deeply love, I know that I deserve to be unconditionally loved. I deserve to be respected. I deserve to be talked and treated with a manner of respect. And if I'm not getting that, I need to walk towards an environment that I will get that. So ultimately, Capricorn, with the King of Swords here to the Ace of Swords, you had to make a head over heart decision. If this environment's not serving me, if this person's not serving me, I need to put my feelings down for a second and make an executive decision to make sure that I'm being treated the way I deserve to be treated, okay? So the King of Swords here to the Ace of Swords is about taking a really honest look at the situation you were involved in. And with that King of Swords, it was about making that judgment call here to say, you know what? I deserve better, and I need to make sure that I act accordingly. I need to make that head over heart decision. So with the Death card here to the Three of Swords, yes, you did end up ending whatever connection or situation this was, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't painful. It doesn't mean that it didn't hurt, and that's where I get it too, because Capricorn, walking away from anybody you love or anything that you love is going to hurt no matter what. It's not to say that you still don't love somebody or you still don't love a situation, but if you know you deserve better, you deserve better. So that's kind of the vibes that I'm feeling here so far coming into your month. Now, keep in mind, when I say situation, maybe some of you Capricorns are walking away from a job. It could be a job that you love doing, just maybe the work environment's too toxic. You know, it could be about walking away from a friendship. You love the friend, but the friendship's not serving you anymore. Same thing with a marriage. I love this person, but this marriage isn't for me right now, with how much we fight, how much we bicker, how much we disagree. So at the end of the day, there's a boundary here, where you know you deserve love, you know you deserve respect, you know you deserve unconditional love, and those requirements were not being met, okay? And with that being said, because you know you deserve the best and you weren't getting the best, it didn't matter how much you felt, how much you cared towards somebody or towards a situation, you needed to be treated how you deserved. So you made a very difficult call here, you know, having to walk away from something no matter how much you care for it. And at the end of the day, it's a call that hurt. It's a situation that's gonna hurt, but you acknowledge, I need to get what I deserve. I need to be with somebody who deserves me. I need to be in a situation that deserves me, you know? So Cappies, it's definitely difficult, but I would say you made the right decision, you know? There's many people in life sometimes that really care about someone and they stay in relationships that are incredibly toxic until the point of where it burns them to the core, and that's something you knew you didn't want to be a part of. Or same thing with work. You know, people do what they love, but their coworkers are horrible or their boss is horrible and they stay there until they're drained, you know? It's a situation you didn't want to get burnt out over. It's a situation you didn't want to get drained over. It was something that needed to come to an ending. Let's take a look at where things are going for you, okay? Where are things going to be going for my Capricorns in mid-February 2022? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-February 2022. Where are things going to be going for Capricorn here? And what do we got? We got here the Six of Pentacles, exactly, getting your equal give and take. This is about getting what you deserve, making sure that people deserve you just as much as you deserve them. We got here the Two of Swords, we got here the King of Wands, and lastly, we have here the Knight of Cups. So, Six of Pentacles to the Two of Swords. Equal give and take is what I deserve, and I'm not going to get anything less than, okay? So based upon where things are going, you're choosing moving forward that everything that you're going to have in your life is going to be equal give and take. If I have relationships with people, they better give back the same energy I give them. If I'm showing somebody unconditional love, I expect unconditional love back. It's that energy of equal give and take. So you're making that choice here with the Two of Swords, that's all you will accept. You are making sure equal give and take is involved in your relationships in your future. Now you also have here the King of Wands, and we have here the Knight of Cups. You know, moving forward as well, based upon where things are going, I think that you want to take a bit of a different approach too when it comes towards meeting people and when it comes towards investing yourself into people. I think this is about being more patient, believe it or not, because the King of Wands can be a card that talks about action, but what I personally find really funny about the King of Wands is that if you guys notice, the King's never standing. The King's never necessarily taking action. He's always sitting down in his throne. So in my personal opinion, Capricorn, it kind of feels to me that you're not taking direct action to form relationships with people or to get into new environments this month. It seems to me like you're being patient. You're testing out the waters, if you will, with that Knight of Cups. You're open with the Knight of Cups. You're open to new relationships, new connections, new environments, but you're testing them out to make sure that equal give and take is there. You're making sure that if people or situations want to be a part of your life, that they earn their way there and that they show that they deserve to be there because you see your value, you see your worth, and you know what you're worthy and deserving of. And if it's not going to be the best, why are you going to invite it in right away? So you're taking time really to scope out people and situations before you give your energy to situations in your life moving forward. And I totally understand where that's coming from. So you're being more of an observant type of person. You're definitely keeping an eye out of things, testing the waters first before really investing in people and environments in your future. Let's have a look at you know, what your spirit guides have to say over here. Are there any dire or important messages coming in from Capricorn spirit guides throughout mid-February 2022? Are there any dire or important messages coming in from Capricorn spirit guides throughout mid-February 2022? We got here the Queen of Swords, we got here the Two of Wands, we got here the Six of Wands, and we got here the Queen of Wands. That's a lot of wands. There's also a lot of fire energy because you're in a place of passion this month. I like the fire energy for you. You might be a Capricorn that actually has a fire dominant chart for a few of you, so I would check out your chart. You might be a fire dominant type of person, but either way, with all this fire coming in for you, it's about passion, it's about bliss, it's about happiness, it's about knowing what you deserve. And you're really in that energy of making sure that you are taking care of yourself by being surrounded by the right things for you. So let's see what your guides are saying here. Queen of Swords to the Two of Wands. You have to make decisions based upon how you're being treated, because there's no room for mistreatment, Capricorn. You may have been mistreated by many people in your past, and unfortunately when people get caught up in cycles of mistreatment continue to go. It continues to spin over and over again, and you're breaking that cycle. You don't want cycles of mistreatment to keep on manifesting in your life. If you let one person get away with it, more people continue to get away with it in your life, and thus the cycle continues. That's not something that you're being a part of anymore. No more room for mistreatment in my life is what your guides are saying for you. There's no more room for mistreatment in your life. The only room that you have is for people that bring good things to the table, for success, for love, for passion, for equality. So make sure with confidence you let individuals know that if they are worthy and deserving of you, they best not fuck it up. It's kind of the energy that I'm feeling here from your guides. I feel like your guides are almost saying, you know, be open and transparent with the people you meet moving forward. Let them know you've been jaded. Let them know you've been mistreated. And let them know you will not tolerate that shit moving forward, because you are not going to tolerate things you do not deserve to be dealing with in the first place, Capricorn. So your guides are saying, let people know that you're the shit. And guess what? If they mess up, it's one shot and it's over. Point blank, period. Because you've been through enough pain, and pain is not something you want to experience before. So be very observant before you invest your energy into people moving forward or situations moving forward. Be very mindful of if people are really giving equality to the situation, if there is equal give and take there. And most importantly, Capricorn, continue to present yourself with confidence and continue to see your worth, and to let people know that you're worthy, and to let people know that you're valuable, and to let people see the beautiful shine of the person that you are, because if people are not going to appreciate that, they don't deserve that spot in your life. All right, Cappy? All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the overall outcome here. What's going to be the overall outcome for Capricorn during mid-February 2022? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout mid-February 2022, what's going to be the overall outcome here for Capricorn? And what do we got? We got here the Wheel of Fortune. That cycle has officially come to a close, and I'm really happy to see that. That cycle of mistreatment is over. You're not allowing that to happen to you any longer, and thus a new cycle is born. So the new cycle that's being born here is that, for one, you're breaking the cycle of mistreatment, but you're opening yourself up to the cycle of equal give and take. Opening yourself up to the cycle of people treating you with validity, treating you with happiness, treating you with exactly everything it is that you know that you deserve, Capricorn, because once again, there is no more room here for mistreatment, and that's being heavily emphasized moving into your mid-month of February. You have no more patience, no more tolerance, no more room for any sort of mistreatment, especially for those Capricorns that have endured a lot of mistreatment within your past. So guys, whether it was a relationship you needed to walk away from, a work situation, a friendship, so on and so forth, I think you really cared about the work you were at, like the job you were at, or maybe you really cared about your friend or really cared about your lover. You really cared about the situation at hand, but you knew that you weren't getting what you needed. You weren't getting what you deserved. You weren't being treated the best, and that's not something that you're going to continue to tolerate, because when you let one person do it, everybody thinks they can. And then, once I said before, you know, that cycle of mistreatment, it goes on over and over and over and over again. And until you decide to say, I can't let this happen anymore, that cycle of mistreatment will continue to happen. So this is breaking the cycle, guys. And moving forward into the relationships or new jobs you go to, or the friendships that you have in your future, you're never going to let that happen to you again, because you broke this cycle. You're getting everything that you deserve. I'm worthy, I'm valuable, and if people aren't bringing the best to the table, then therefore I don't frickin' want it, you know? So Capricorn, I got you guys. I resonate with this heavily, not currently in my life, but I've been through this type of experience in my life before. I definitely was a person who used to get wrapped up in the cycle of mistreatment until I decided to say, that's not going to fly with me anymore. So I'm really happy to see you guys here speaking up for yourselves and really looking at this situation in a very raw and honest way. And despite all the pain you feel, I'm glad that you're choosing what's best for you. It's totally okay to still care about someone you love. Even if they don't treat you the best, it's still okay to still love that person. Your feelings are your feelings. The heart wants what it wants. The heart loves what it loves. But most importantly, though, sometimes we have to overrule our heart, because our heart may speak louder than anything, but it can get us in some serious situations that are not worthy or great to be a part of. So ultimately, Capricorn, making this head over heart decision is the best thing you can do for yourself, because once again, if you let that cycle of mistreatment to continue, it's going to continue, and you're going to be getting less than what it is you deserve when you know you deserve the best. So Capricorns, I'm happy to see that transformation for you. Be easy during the rest of this month. Take your time, guys. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to feel whatever way you feel. Every feeling you have is valid this month. You know, with that Three of Swords showing up, it's going to be a painful separation from someone you care about. But at least in the end, hopefully you'll find comfort in knowing you're doing what's best for you, because you deserve the best at the end of the day. You know? So I hope you guys reach that point of finding comfort and you get into that better kind of headspace towards more of the end of the month here, okay? Breaking the cycle of mistreatment here in order to really invite in a cycle of fortune, a cycle of everything you deserve, equal give and take, okay? All right, Capricorn, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Shout out to all the Cappies that came through. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And with that all being said, I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, Capricorn, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.